All right, so now we're looking at taking a look at page 88. On this, we are going to be adding some pedals. So just as a reminder on how the pedaling works, when, and this is your pedal marking here, when you have the line coming down like this, that means that you're going to depress the damper pedal. So you press the damper pedal down. You're going to hold the damper pedal all the way until you get here. Then you're going to change the pedal. This indicates a pedal change, where you'll lift the pedal temporarily and you'll push the pedal back and down. Okay? Now the key is that you want to lift the pedal after you play this note. So the lift actually happens like this. Let's say the note is played right here. You're actually lifting after the note and then depressing the pedal again. It always happens after you play the note. So same thing here, you play the note, then you lift. Okay? And the reason we do that is because we want to make sure that we do not break the legato. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and there's a very simple way that you can kind of practice this. Okay? So let me just change the camera view a little bit here for you here. So here's my pedal, my damper pedal. Okay, my nice sandals here. So I'm going to push the pedal down, and all I'm going to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And notice how I lifted after I said 1. So 1, like that. 1 lift down, like that. 1 lift down, 1 lift down. Okay, so that's a great way to practice this. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're just going to practice this without even playing it. We're just going to count and say 1 lift down, like that. Okay, here we go. Pedal down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 lift down. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 lift down. 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift, like that. Okay. So now we're going to play this. And let me see here. I can actually do, that's all you need to see. Okay, so we're looking at the notes here. We have 4 sharps. So we have an E. This is an exercise for left hand. Low E. Then it's going to jump up to an E major triad. Then back down to the E. Then it goes up to an A major triad in second inversion. So we'll just use 5, 2, 1. And then to the E major triad and back down. So essentially, this is just kind of like a cadence. We have the 1 chord, we have the 4 chord, and if we have the 1 chord, and then just some low E's. Okay? So now let's play it without the pedaling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to add the pedaling. So if you want to say this with me, it'll make it easier. On the pedal changes, we'll literally say 1 lift, 2, 3. So 1 and, that happens on the end. 1 lift, 2, 3. And on 2, your pedal will go back down. So you can even say 1 lift down, 3. The same thing happens here. 1 lift down, 3, as opposed to 1 and 2, 3. Here we go. Let's try this slowly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 lift down, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 lift down, 3. 1, 2, 3. That may be very tricky for you, so take your time, practice that several times just to make sure you are comfortable with that, because it can be a little tricky. Make sure you have the concept of lifting after playing the note, and by verbalizing the lift down, that will help you to do it correctly. All right, in example B, it's the same type of exercise here. Okay? This is one that's in D major. And in this case, we have a 1 chord, and then we have a 6 chord in first inversion, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and write the Roman numeral symbols here. A 6 chord in first inversion. Then he goes to a 2 chord in root position. Let's make that a little clearer. 2 chord in root position. And then he goes back to the 6 chord in first inversion, back to the 2 chord, then he goes to the 5 chord in first inversion, and then back to the 1 chord. If we're writing the chord names for these, this would be a D major chord, then this is a B minor over D, E minor, B minor over D, E minor, and then we have A over C sharp, and back to D. So make sure you're comfortable playing it first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, now E minor. 1, 2, back to B minor, back to E minor, then A over C sharp, 5 chord, back to the 1 chord. Again, this is with the left hand. So again, spend a few times doing that until you can play that along with me smoothly on the video. And then we can add the pedaling. And we're going to change the pedal this time on every single measure. So we'll be saying 1 lift, down. Okay, that's going to happen on beat 2. Then you'll have 3, 4. 1 lift, down, 3, 4 on every single measure. Okay, and that basically happens on 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, so I'm going to switch the view so you can see my pedaling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 lift, down, 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 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, practice that until it's comfortable for you. Next, example C, we're going to practice the pedal with the right hand. So let's analyze the music here. We're in the key of C major. If we're doing the Roman numerals, we have a 1 chord here in first inversion, then a 4 chord in root position, then a 2 chord, a minor 2 chord in first inversion, then a 5 chord root position, then a 1 chord in second inversion, a 5 chord, and then a 1 chord in second inversion. And if we are identifying the chord symbols, the lead sheet symbols, we have C over E, F, then we have D minor over F, G, then we have C over G, G, and C over G. Now let's try playing this with the right hand. Okay? No pedaling. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll write the fingering down just in case you need it. This will be 1, 2, 5, then 1, 3, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. So feel free to go back and review that a few times. When you can play it smoothly with me, then we're ready to introduce the pedaling. This time we'll be changing the pedaling on every single half note. So it's going to happen a little bit faster this time. It's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, lift down, 4. 1, lift down, 2, 3, lift down, 4. 1, lift down, 2, 3, lift down, 4, lift. I'm going to do that one more time, this time from this angle. Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, lift down, 4. 1, lift down, 2, 3, lift down, 4. 1, lift down, 2, 3, lift down, 4, lift. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And next we have example D, back to the left hand. Same concept here. So we're going to start off with analyzing the chords. We're in the key of C major. We start with a 1 chord, then it goes to a 4 chord, second inversion, then a 2 chord root position, then it goes to a 5 chord in second inversion, and then a 1 chord in first inversion. C major, then F over C, and then D minor, and then G over D, and then C over E is the lead sheet symbols. So again, get comfortable playing without the pedaling first. I'll demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do it with the pedaling. Again, the pedaling happens slightly later than the beats themselves. Once you're comfortable playing without the pedaling, then you can try it with the pedaling with me. Ready, and 1, 2, 3. 1, lift down, 2, 3. 1, lift down, 1, lift down, 3. Lift, 2, 3. So feel free to pause the video and go back to review that. Okay, example E. Here, the pedaling is a little bit more selective. We're only pedaling in 2 locations, here and here. Okay. There's also a note that says activating the damper pedal makes it possible to shift to a new shape earlier, and that is one reason we sometimes use it. So if you take a look here, if I'm playing the C major chord on the second bar and holding the pedal, I can release it and find my next position early, like this. I don't have to hold it. Once my pedal goes back down, I'm free to release the keys. Okay? Let's go ahead and analyze the chords here. Now we're in the key of F major, indicated by the 1 flat. Okay, so we have a 1-6 chord. Then it goes to a 5 chord. Then to a 1-6-4. Back to the 5 chord. Back to the 1-6. And then to a 4 chord. And then to a 1-6. Chords here. Lead sheet symbols. F over A, C. F over C, C. F over A, B flat, and F over A. Okay. And make sure that you do write the Roman numerals as well as the lead sheet symbols over this, just for your theory, practice, and reinforcement. So, Again, we're going to play this without holding the keys down. Without using the pedaling. First, just to get comfortable, we do have a B flat. I'll demonstrate. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Once you're comfortable with that, then we can add the pedaling. Okay. Here we go. Slowly. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and down. 2. Lift and 2 and down. 2. Lift and 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you have it. So that's page 88. Get comfortable with this page, and then join me in the next video when we explore number 89.